All right, let's get going on steps 1 through 5 for DGP sentence number 8. All right, the first thing we are going to do are the parts of speech for this sentence, and our sentence is, wow, the Spanish club traveled to Madrid, Spain during the summer. Wow is a new one for us. That is an interjection. My pen will work well today. Interjection. The is an article. Spanish club is one whole proper noun. It's collected together. Traveled is an action verb in the past tense. To is a preposition. Madrid, Spain is another one of those proper nouns that belongs all together. During is a preposition. The is an article. And summer is a common noun. And that gives us all of our parts of speech for step 1. All right, for step 2, we need to find our sentence parts and phrases. We need to find our subject first, which is the Spanish club. Wow is an interjection, and we'll do a little bit more with that later. Traveled is our verb, and so that starts out our complete predicate. Traveled to Madrid, Spain during the summer. We need to go ahead and label this Spanish club is our subject. And then we have traveled as a verb. It's not followed by a direct object. It's followed by 2 prepositions, so it's an intransitive verb. And then we have our prepositional phrases. We have to Madrid, Spain, and during the summer. They are both answering the question, to Madrid, Spain is answering where, and during the summer is answering when. That's the job of an adverb, so these are both adverbial prepositional phrases. Both of those will be. I don't know if I can fit that all the way. Doesn't look pretty. And then our objects of the prep, I'm just going to kind of mark them like this. Madrid, Spain, and summer are both the objects of the preposition there. And because Madrid, Spain is a collective noun, that's why that is going to have both of those terms as our object of prep. And that completes step 2. All right, for step 3, we need clauses and the sentence type. We have just one independent clause, if I can draw it, in the Spanish club traveled to Madrid, Spain during the summer. That is just an independent clause. When we have a single independent clause, that's a simple sentence. This is something that you would exclaim, like you'd say, like, wow, the Spanish club is going to travel to Madrid, Spain during the summer. So this is an exclamatory sentence because it would be exclaimed when you were saying this sentence. And that completes step 3. All right, on step 4, I've gone ahead and typed out the sentence correctly. So we have wow, exclamation point. Make sure you've capitalized the wow and you have that exclamation point. The is capitalized. The S in Spanish and the C in club, because that's the title of the club, are both capitalized. Madrid and Spain are capitalized, and you definitely want to pay attention to this comma usage. A comma between the city and the country name, and then a comma after Spain, because it's Madrid, pause, Spain, pause, during the summer, exclamation point, to end that exclamatory sentence. And then we are all good on punctuation marks. And then for this last part, we are going to diagram the sentence. And I found colors on this thing, so I guess I'll do this one in blue. I did the last one in red. You're going to put this little interjection up here on its own line, kind of like that noun of direct address. We'll have Spanish club. I'm just going to kind of abbreviate that. Spanish club, we need the under it. And then we have traveled up here in our verb spot. And then we have 2 prepositional phrases that need to come off of traveled. So we're going to have to, and then that would be, I'm going to just kind of make it a little shorter, but that would be to Madrid, Spain. And then we have the second one. It's during, goes on the line. And then we have our object of prep, which is summer. I can't fit it all the way in. And then below that is the. Sorry, it's not writing that very well. Hopefully you get the point. It's the. So there is the diagram sentence. Doesn't look very pretty, but if you look back at it on Canvas on the PDF, it's a little cleaner copy. And that is steps 1 through 5.